Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation, brother. Hopefully, question is word in truth and sincerity. This video here is, it's okay to be corrected. Alright, it's okay to be corrected. Now, that correction, that rebuke, that chastening or that chastisement, it don't feel good, but it's okay. Why? Because you learn from it. You grow from it. You don't really grow from getting everything right. The best way to really grow is to make mistakes, is to get things wrong, because that's how you really learn, what you're doing. All right. And so I want to get that word correct. This is from the freedictionary.com. It says to make or put right, correct a mistake, or correct a misunderstanding. All right, so if you're mistaken on something or you misunderstood something, you're being corrected of it. Okay, if you're going off, obviously if you go off or you're going in the wrong direction, you're misunderstanding things. You need to be put right. You need to be taken pushed back in the right direction. All right, and check this one out. B says to remove the errors or mistakes from. All right, that's the whole point of being rebuked, the whole point of correction, the whole point of chastisement is to remove those errors, which that's the whole point of us being here right now, we're not going to get it perfect, but we need to cut off as much of the error as we possibly can. Okay, cut off as much wickedness as we can. All right. Then this last one here says to indicate or mark the errors in. All right, so correction is to identify where you're going off or whether you're in error. Okay, identify where is it, then correct it or change it or remove it out. Okay, that's the whole point of it. All right, so I'll get a couple scriptures on that. Let's see. This is Job chapter 5 verse 17, and it says, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. And once again, I want to reiterate, correction don't feel good at all. All right, rebuke don't feel good at all. Being punished, chastisement, you hate it. You really do. But it is much needed, because you got to remember, you got to have the balance of everything. You can't have everything. It's like you can't have everything good and not have any evil. Okay, vice versa, you can't have all evil and not have anything good. Okay, that's how you determine one from the other. How do you know you're going off if you don't go off? That does, in this scheme, that's how you learn it. We're here to learn. All right, Judges 5:11, we're here to rehearse the righteous acts. Okay, because we're not going to get it right. All right, and you'll be much happier. Well, first of all, you'll be much happier, and second of all, you will be happy at being corrected. Okay, yeah, it might get you down a little bit or whatever, but you have the understanding that, hey, this correction is for my own good. All right. As a matter of fact, I give you an example of me on a job I've had in the past where it was something brand new that I'd never done before, and I literally had everything to learn from start to finish. All right, so I got in, I learned everything I could possibly learn in it, and did as much as I possibly could, and and I think I made every mistake you could possibly make in that job. All right, I felt like I was fucking up every day, But I want to say this though, through those errors and through those corrections, that's how I learned how to do the job, and I became one of the most efficient people at the job. All right, and so, whereas I had a supervisor, she was kind of lax, laid back, or whatever. She wouldn't get on me too hard about things. But then I had my director. He would get on me hard. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He would get on me hard, let me know, hey, you going off, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Alright? And I would go back, change it, and from that point on, I knew how to do it the correct way. To the point, I put it this way, I was rebuked, I was corrected so much to the point where I got used to it. Alright? So, and this is what I mean. When I got used to it, if I did a project, I immediately took it to him because I wanted his opinion on it. I wanted him to tell me because he was gonna fine tooth it, find everything that I possibly did wrong. But he also exhorted me to. He also let me know what I did right. Different things like that. But I knew that he would let me know exactly where I was going off. All right. And so within that, like I said, then I became the trainer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I became very efficient at it, very proficient, at it, to the point to where they made me training for the new people that came in. All right. And one thing I always told people that the new people that came in as I was training, don't be scared to mess up, because I tell them straight up, I done messed up everything that you could possibly mess up. But hey, I can show you the right way to do the things. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my little 2 cents on just an example of how important correction truly is. Same thing dealing with this truth. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna go off. You're gonna fall. It is what it is. It's a part of this. But you gotta get back up and you gotta keep going, and you have to learn from those mistakes. All right. So this is Sirach chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Number one, right off the bat. You come in this thing, you coming to truly serve Yahweh Shema Shai in sincerity and in truth. Hey, you finna catch hell. Why? Because wisdom has to try you. Because like the scripture said, wisdom would not reside in a malicious soul. Okay? Wisdom has to try you and test you out and see if you're worthy of for her to dwell with you. All right, so prepare yourself to be tempted. Prepare to be corrected. Prepare to go off. Prepare to fuck up. Just is what it is. Just gotta learn to deal with it, move on, and correct it and be better. All right. Verse 2. "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble." All right, so when things are going bad, don't just make hasty decisions. Don't just make irrational decisions. All right. Don't be fast in decision making. Still think things out. All right. Think about the scriptures. Think about the best route to go, the best option. Move with season. All right. Don't just make no quick decisions. You lose your job. Don't be like, well, should all my bills due? And I don't have anything, so I got to get out here and make this paper, get it how I get it. No. Now you finna fuck it up. Fuck your own life up and make it even worse, or make it even harder for yourself. All right? You got to prepare your soul to be tempted, and don't be hasty in time of trouble. All right, verse 3. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end." All right? So when those hard times come on you, cleave unto the Lord. Cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shai. Get closer to him. Get in his word more. Okay? Because, don't depart from him. Don't leave from this truth. Okay? Don't feel like things are such a burden or so hard that you got to leave this truth. That you got to figure out other ways, because the proper way is right here in these scriptures. All right? Verse 4. This is hard to do, but check this out. "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully." All right? "And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." All right? Easier said than done, but practice makes perfect. All right? That's the whole thing about this chastening. You're being chastened, you're being corrected so that you can be perfected. All right? Matter of fact, that might be the title. You're being corrected so that you can be perfected. Okay? Because the thing is, like I said, it's easier said than done. Because when you change to a lower state, when you was on top and now you on the bottom trying to scramble to get to the top or to get to where you were, it hurts. That chastening, that correction, it hurts. It really does. All right. But you got to be patient. What's patience? To endure or to suffer. All right. You just got to do it. You got to endure it. All right. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right. You got to remember, we are gold. We're being tried in that fire. We're being tested, tried, and proved to see if we're worthy enough to come out in the end. All right. But also, the whole point of trying the gold in the fire is to burn off those impurities. That's what this correction, that chastisement is to cut off, that which offends. All right. Because you can't go into the kingdom with these, this flesh we on, right? We're pointing out those errors and we're correcting them. All right. Verse 6, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Okay. So just don't lose the faith. Keep on believing. All right. Keep on with the faith. Keep on keeping on, basically. All right. Because you can easily, be like, man, this ain't working. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been putting all this time, reading, studying, doing work, putting out videos, all this different stuff. Man, hey, you got to keep the faith. 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 Can't say it enough, but you got to keep the faith. Simple as that. All right. So I'm going to grab, let's see. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Okay. Now, I brought that out. I compelled me to look up that word judge right there. Okay. And it says, let's see. Krino. And it says, Strong's G2919, Krino. All right, Krino. And it says to separate, to put asunder, to pick out, to select or choose. Okay? So if you look at it, but when we are judged or when we are put out, we are correct. So like we are picked out, we are chosen out of, we are selected, which we know was separated, which we know that's what it means to be holy, to be separate. We are chastened of the Lord. So we are holy, so we separate ourselves from the world, and we're chastened or we're corrected, we're punished, we're tried. Okay? Why? So that we should not be condemned with the world. All right? So that we don't be condemned, we are separated. We are picked out. We are chosen. Okay? So thus, that's why we can't be friends of the world. Because to be a friend of the world is to be an enmity, is an enemy unto the Most High. All right? So that's the other thing too. If you're holy or you're in this truth, you separated from the people of the world. All right? The ways of the people of the world literally vex you, from the way they act, the way they talk, the way they walk, their mindset, the things they do, all these things. It vexes you. The clothes they wear. All right? Everything about the people of the world truly vexes you. It annoys the shit out you. It really does. All right? All right, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. All right. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? All right. So if you want to be a son, like Scripture say, sons and daughters. Okay, if you want to be a son unto the Lord, you gotta endure chastening. What did Yahushua say? What did Yahushua endure? Chastening. Was he not the only begotten of the Father? How much more us who are following after Yahushua? Okay, that's the reason why we call him our big brother. You know what I'm saying? He endured it. We're following in his stead. We're following his footsteps. So we gotta endure. We gotta endure that chastening, that correction. Okay. Because we, in turns, want to be joint heirs with Yahushua in the kingdom of heaven. Ultimately, we got to go through it. All right. We're being corrected so that we can be perfected. All right. So, call Lord Yahweh Shem Al Shai Bashem Kakwadash. Quick lesson on that. Hope you edified. Shalom.